we were talking about the reduction of coal quantities in Goa. So the BJP government here has made several claims in the last 2 to 3 weeks that they're going to, reduce the quantities of coal being handled at MPT. And then they've also come to this fact now that they're saying that they're going to stop it entirely. As we were talking earlier about the coal issue, um, of what I know is that it's not in the hands of the state
No.
government. They don't have any sway or jurisdiction or any powers to stop or reduce the quantity of coal being handled. Uh, how would you go about debunking this statement made by the BJP government here?
See, Goa, the CM, by making this statement, is fooling people. These projects are not some minor road or nalla works that you can just scrap it at with minimum loss. These are projects totaling more than 3-4 thousand crores, and once that amount is allocated either through borrowed from banks or through from the stock market or from any other source, once that amount is committed,
Hmm,
that amount has to be
hmm,
invested. And
hmm,
the amount that has been committed, like the amount that they have taken as
hmm,
loan, it is meant for a
hmm,
certain purpose. That is to import 40-50 million tons of coal by 2050. Why would they deepen a channel from 14 meters? This is
hmm,
underwater. The channel is underwater so that the big ships can come in. From 14 meters, they
hmm,
want to dig it to 25 meters so that ships, which are one of the largest ships in the world, which have to
hmm,
come around
hmm,
Africa, they cannot come through the Suez Canal. They come around Africa.
hmm,
They MPT
hmm,
wants to bring those kind of ships here. Would they think of such projects if it is if if there's a possibility that coal imports will decrease just on the statement of the CM? Absolutely not. I mean, the CM will, the government will collapse. The government will
hmm,
collapse overnight if he actually puts it on paper and takes a firm decision on that.
hmm,
It's that critical.
hmm,
The only way to stop this project
hmm,
is through people's movements, both on the street and in courts, because no government, no
hmm,
political party right now would dare take a
hmm,
firm stand to say no to these projects. There's just too much at stake, and with the current electoral system where funding, where companies officially bribe parties through through these electoral bonds or through these electoral trusts, where you and I cannot give
hmm,
money
hmm,
in cash, but only big companies can give huge crores, officially as bribes. In such a situation, which political party will have the
hmm,
guts to roll back these things? It's just not possible.
hmm,
The CM is fooling us. Uh, if it's just about scaling back, the existing infrastructure is more than enough. If there is a bit more they need in a couple of
hmm,
years, they can import it from Murmuga, from Mangalore. They can import it from Mumbai port. But Mumbai port, they have stopped coal
hmm,
imports. So
hmm.
just stop. The CM should stop fooling us because it's not right. We are not the ones of the 90s and 80s that could not understand all these things. So let's have a conversation on an equal level. Let's have debates on equal level and find a solution. But don't fool us. Let's.
Because I find it very there is there's a chronic lack of commitment in writing from the government in Goa at the moment, because it's very easy to go out and make statements in front of the press, and showing by the records that we do have about the BJP party specifically, is that कुछ भी चलता है, and they come out and say these blusterous, yeah, so they come out and speak such blusterous lies in front of the media and in front of the people. um, where is Pramod Sawant's statement in writing? Like, if he
He
claims
cannot.
that he can stop coal in
He,
Goa or reduce the quantities, where is it in writing? Where is the order? Because
he just
until and unless
cannot
it's
give
in
it in
black and
writing.
white, we cannot.
He cannot give it in writing. It's as simple as that. Parsekar, our former CM, used to make a lot of claims, and he used to make a lot of promises that would make the bosses in the center very unhappy. If you remember the famous scene where Parsikar joined his hands on a stage and sat next to Modi for his attention, and then what happened to Parsikar? He's not there anymore. There are some MLAs in Goa who, no matter which party or without any party, can get elected. Parsikar was not one of those MLAs, and Pramod Sawant is not one of those MLAs. Without the party support, he will not win this next election, and that is why he has to toe the line of the party. So his job is just to mislead people, to keep changing the narrative one after the others in order to divert attention from the news. Now the latest one is ZP elections. What happens in ZP elections? People get busy with the election, with the campaign, and people will forget these his statements. But no, we won't forget it because it's Christmas and we want to enjoy, not think about politics during Christmas. So I hope the elections get postponed, which I'm pretty sure it will. But it's like that. They keep changing the narrative and keep telling lies because they know nobody's there, including the mainstream media. There's no one there to fact check them on every situation, and there's no one there to hold them responsible in the future. Like if they make another statement, nobody's there to say, "Oh, this is what you said that time. Now why are you changing it?" So unfortunately, in that situation, he can say whatever he wants and get away with it. Fortunately, we have this kind of medium where we can fact check them and tell the truth to people.
Absolutely. I don't get why there is no critical cross-checking, cross-questioning of the CM himself or any of the other ministers. It's just like they come and make statements and the media just covers it and then that's that. But nobody's counter-questioning as to, when is the order coming? When are you giving it in writing? How is this possible? How are you going to do it? What's the methodology? It's just statement, and counter statements. That's about it.
The reason is simple. Our government in Goa has a huge budget for advertising in newspapers, and whichever newspapers are critical of the government, they don't get advertising. So, unfortunately, the newspapers have not evolved to a model wherein even the readers have not evolved yet, where people can pay for good news, for real news, and for a holistic news. So, therefore, with this current model, you don't expect the mainstream media to tell the truth and to hold a politician accountable. They just report whatever is happening without giving any context, opinion, or even fact checking. So that's how it is, and will continue to be till we have. Yeah, you saying something?
The only opinion the media holds is one of the jingoistic variety. Otherwise, they don't have an opinion, which is constructive.
Yeah. So it's in fact they do have an opinion whenever they want an ad, so that eventually what happens is the government will offer them ads and then they'll remain silent. And whenever government doesn't offer them, some newspapers start attacking the government. So that's a cycle. Or if they are promoted by the any other politician, or within the party when there are factions. So one faction in the party is going to, in the BJP itself, it happens where certain factions in the BJP who are against the CM will use the media to hit out at the CM and embarrass him. So that's only when you might see a few real criticisms happening. But that's just a temporary, short-term phenomenon.